The LSS event was an absolute failure. Welcome back to Creatures of Sonaria's most controversial commentary channel. Today we're gonna be talking about the thing that I got very excited for and something I cheered and actually complimented the COS staff team about. And it was a mistake on my part. And I apologize for people who I have accidentally given false hope to, because I really thought it would have been a great LSS event compared to the others, but turns out it's just the same. It has mess ups, glitch, bugs. It's just messy all of all together. And the worst part is it's so demanding, and it was unreasonably difficult and grindy. It was so irresponsible how badly done and calculated it was for a finished result, right? If it was like in development or whatever, that's fine. But for a finished result to be this horrifyingly bad and messy and irresponsibly just pushed out while demanding you to grind endlessly is just so silly to me. And I am so disappointed at knowing this. Because when I first heard about it and how grindy it was, I couldn't believe how outrageously grindy it was. It was almost like it was just crazy. And I'm sure I'm not the only one, because feedback channel got exploded with all of these like people, rightfully so, just annoyed and frustrated, and they're just explaining to them that this is just laughable at this point. And my friends also came, my informats and friends, they also came to me in DMs, and they're like telling me, this is frustrating, this is so grindy, this is so time consuming, and it's so demanding for just irresponsible amount of points to get so much expensive things. So yeah, it's just crazy how they let this slide. Because this event has been building up for quite a few days or weeks now, and they let a mechanic like this slide. It's just so dumb. Look, I get it, they patched it up within like a few days, but that alone should tell a lot. Because they're not just some tiny group of developers. No, no, no. They are a legitimate company, okay? They are a company with employees, ranks, and all that, paychecks, payrolls, and all that. They are a legitimate company that has legitimate groups with experience and departments and whatnot. So they should have known beforehand, because this was planned and this is the key mechanic of this. They should have known beforehand. They should have understood. What's the point of you having testers and developers if you cannot, predict or like avoid or capture mistakes and errors like these beforehand? What is the point of testers? I get it. The developers are easy to blame, but what about testers? I'm sure the, COS staff team must have used the testers to look at their game and play it and experiment on it a little bit before they release it. So if that's the case, what are you guys doing? What are the tester department doing? Are you actually testing the game, or are you just here for free benefits? How useful are you guys anyways? Your stats change are outrageous as well. What's happening? Did the testers not test the game? And if they did, if they didn't, why aren't you letting them test the game? Why aren't you letting them do their job? If you're not letting them do their job, then they're pretty much uselessly just like having exclusive species, like the RCs. If they are doing their job, testers, how could you be this ridiculously slow in not catching something this mind-bogglingly just outrageously big? This is a key mechanic, being absolutely demanding and irresponsible. None of you caught this on. Yes, you changed it, but this should have been avoided entirely to begin with. You're a company, not some small tiny studio with one developer and stuff. You have teams. This is so avoidable for your skill and your experiences. Why does things like these have to keep happening? I get it, nothing is perfect, but this was pre-planned. It's like me saying, hey, you know what? Let's go on a vacation. Let's go to this 5-star hotel and blah blah blah. And then when we arrive to that country, I'm just telling you oh, I forgot to book the hotel. Yeah, no, you have to be prepared. You have to be better than this. The fact that it took days is just silly. You're a company, and the staff team as well. Stop blaming the company itself as well. You guys are also responsible because you're working in the company. The testers and developers especially. But yeah, that's my thoughts overall. They did patch it, and it did become reasonable points. It is still grindy, don't get me wrong, but it's less, much less. So thank you, I guess, for that. But I'm still looking at the how to get the points. And even though, there are means of like not being reliant on mush, there's so little. Like yeah, they have more like little interesting things to do other than just waste mush on like points and stuff. But they just feel so, I don't know. The things you could do on a daily only gives you so little point that it's laughable. And the things that is incredibly time consuming as well only gives you like 25 points. Like growing a tier 5 is not that easy. It takes a lot of time and commitment. And you can only do this if you're A, jobless, B, schoolless, C, on a holiday. So why is it still so grindy for 25 points? Things like nesting a person is only 1 point. It's not much reliant, but it's definitely pushing you to go to the event store. And it's definitely pushing you to use some Robux, use some mush. It's really pushing you there. But I'll just say it, credit where credit is. You still fixed it, as fast as you could, even though you should have avoided it. So I'm glad, COS, but this event is an absolute catastrophic failure, and I'm so disappointed in ever thinking that you guys could achieve an event that wouldn't be either boring or, filled with errors and glitches and mistakes. So that was my mistake for giving you a chance and a hope. And also, one thing one of my friends pointed out, and I thought it was an interesting little point. Why is there an event after event? Is something happening behind the company? Like, are you guys losing relevancy players or something? Or are you testing these mechanics and events and codings for your other games? Because I don't understand why is there events after events. Are you trying to like stay in the algorithm? What's happening? Why is there events after events? I'm genuinely curious about it, and if that's a good answer, I would love to hear it. But yeah, no, that's about it. The LSS event failed miserably. Something that could have been avoided, and it's still grindy for people who is alive. Okay, so yeah, it's really demanding of their players. Like COS, it's their motto: squeeze your players dry. That's their motto. But yeah, yeah, that's about it. I have nothing else to say. I'm already tired. You can hear it in my voice. I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm almost like yapping and mumbling. So yeah, that's about it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.